Easy. Easy. Which one's Mama? Uh-uh. Which one's Mama? Easy. If I install about a 200-yard section of barbed wire fence over on the new property, I can keep all the cows that continuously come into our property over summer. I can keep all these cows off our land and ultimately out of our life, which makes our life better. So before I do a whole lot more, I need to get this section of barbed wire fence fixed. I hate working with barbed wire almost as much as I hate drywall, but by fixing this fence, the lower 6 or 7 acres of our land is now completely behind barbed wire. She's the smallest one, but she's obviously doing better now. Watch out, you might kick at you. Watch out. So I'm up working on the hill on the retaining wall, and I'm taking a break on this nice warm summer day. And I thought I would put my wife on the spot and ask her some questions that she had no idea I was going to ask her. Is there a scenario? By the way, this is Cedar and Heath talking. This is not Policy Genius. But Policy Genius is sponsoring today's video. But I thought I would just ask my wife a couple of questions about life insurance. Is there a scenario or an excuse that you can come up with in which either one of us should not have life insurance?
No.
Okay.
Unless I won the lottery.
That's it, right? I would love the chance to send Policy Genius an email saying, I no longer need your services because I have too much money. We're not there yet, okay? In the meantime, for our life insurance, we use Policy Genius. This is an uncomfortable conversation that sometimes is hard to have, but the only time for me it gets uncomfortable is when somebody doesn't have life insurance. At this moment, about 59% of parents don't have life insurance. That does not make sense to me at all.
Policy Genius compares life insurance quotes from top companies. They have award-winning agents that will help you every step of the way. They'll help you with the paperwork. They'll help you with everything. Any questions that you have, they're an excellent company. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $292 per year for $1 million of coverage. Some options are online and let you avoid unnecessary medical exams.
Okay, so it's the service. That's what separates Policy Genius from everybody else. They're going to help you decide how much you and your family need for coverage, and they're going to help you get right back to your normal life. So go ahead and take life insurance off your to-do list with Policy Genius.
Head to policygenius.com/redpoppyranch or click the link in the description to get multiple life insurance quotes for free and see how much you could save.
Thank you, Policy Genius.
You're so pretty, huh?
Then I'm going to go get the other one that's less,
Okay.
she's less likely to do
Okay.
this. Ready? So that's a distress call.
You're okay.
That's normally a call to bring
Okay.
his mom down, but you know, predators like that call as well. We weren't expecting the baby deer to show up for a few more weeks, but we just happened to have our good friends Mandy and Brandon and their 2 kids up from Queen Creek, and their timing couldn't have been better. I need to thin out some of these trees just a little bit to get this barbed wire fence through, and these maple trees have no problem growing sideways if that's what's required to get a little bit of sunlight. But trees growing sideways like this typically don't live too long. Because Idaho is a fence-out state, I'm the one that's responsible for keeping somebody else's cows off my land. And by finishing up this small section of barbed wire fence, this is going to put 5-strand barbed wire around the lower 7 acres of our property, which is really where we live our lives, and we're not trying to do this with somebody else's cows. So getting this fence done is good. The new barbed wire fence across the new part of our property is now complete. All right, let's go, Ruben. Oh. You ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, come on. Let's go. Oh, let's give one for Brody. Right there.
He's a kicker.
Remember what he said.
Okay, just hold on to him.
He's gonna kick.
That's okay. He might kick you a little bit. I'll try not to.
Always relax.
Let him get too out of control.
Look at,
I got that on video.
look at me, Brody.
Oh, this one's sweet. It's so sweet. It's getting your shirt. It's
Look at,
okay.
look at. There you go.
You're okay.
So this one and that one are part of the same package. Willie.
No.
These two, I think so far we've had we've had a set of triplets born, and then this guy was a single. And he's small.
He's so fast. Oh my gosh.
He's small compared to the other. What's that?
There's the
And
other one.
then yeah, he's up there too.
Oh, I see him.
He's the 3rd chocolate.
This one is like. He's so cute.
Little teeth.
In another day or 2, we can bring little carrots out here, and they'll kind of gnaw on the carrots as they're cut deep.
Can I? You're so
And if we get a little storm that comes in, I looked at the weather. I don't think it's going to, but we need something to help.
What's in its ears?
I bought this antique school bell and this antique yoke for the school bell a couple years back, but I knew the yoke was not designed to work with the school bell. But I thought if I could heat up the cast iron on the yoke and try and stretch it just a little bit, maybe I can make it work. Clearly, I didn't wait to get the cast iron hot enough before trying to stretch the metal, but I think I can heat that up and weld it pretty easily. Now normally you wouldn't weld cast iron with a MIG welder like this, but under these circumstances it will work just fine. So now because the shop is done, I can get on the rock retaining wall again. But before I can start stacking boulders again, I've got to get a whole bunch of dirt moved around to make room for these terraces, and it seems I'm running out of places to put the dirt. So it seems that the deeper I get into this rock retaining wall, the bigger the job gets. But if I don't move the dirt around properly, at this point I'm going to continue to fight it as I try to stack boulders. And the higher I get up on the hill, the harder that gets. So I'm going to try and get all the dirt moved around in the next few days so I can then focus strictly on the boulders. It has now gotten so warm up here at Red Poppy Ranch that I have to do the thing that I have to do this time of year, which is put the camera in the shade so it doesn't overheat. And even still, it's going to overheat. So in the meantime, I'm trying to get enough of this dirt pulled back so I can adequately build these terraces with the boulders and not fight the dirt in the process. So the ultimate goal is to have 5 terraces up the side of the hill, and I want the terraces to be equal in size and dimensions, and this is why I'm pulling so much dirt back. Well, don't forget to watch the teeth on your bucket, because after a while they like to fall off. Cedar, my lovely wife, has always been an amazing baker and a cook, but sometime back she got serious about sourdough, and she now makes a bread that I can't live without. She had to leave and go to town with the kids, but she reminded me that I needed to pull 3 loaves of bread out of the oven at a very particular time. I followed her instructions, and my life has improved. So my personal goal is to have all the dirt moved by the end of the week, and therefore I will never have to show you another video of me moving dirt, at least as far as this retaining wall is concerned, and I can get serious about stacking these boulders and turning this into a usable piece of ground. The more I work on it, the more I can see there's a huge potential to have a beautiful long-term garden right here, combined with permanent fruit-bearing trees and plants. It seems that moving dirt around to make our life work on the side of this mountain has basically been all that I've done for the last 8 years, but I can see where I put the effort in here and now it's going to pay off in the long run, especially when it comes to erosion and drainage in the springtime. So don't hate me for trying to make this yoke work. I'm fully aware that to properly weld cast iron there's a few more steps involved, but I'm pretty confident that even with my MIG welder this should last a long time. So now that I have this antique school bell, I want to get it hung up somewhere close by, and the idea is the person that comes from the furthest to ring this bell wins. So far, Mandy and Brandon and their family from Queen Creek, Arizona, about 800 miles away, they hold the title on the furthest to come to ring the bell. But either way, if you get close enough to southeast Idaho and you want to come by and ring the bell, we'd love for you to do it and we'll talk about it. Maybe we'll let you hold a baby deer in the process. You know how excited I am right now. I was trying to mow the yard when I looked over and saw this. Well, you're still wet. Be careful, baby. Okay. This is the craziest thing ever. Let's go figure out who Mama is. Come on, baby. Okay, I know who Mom is. That guy's still wet. Oh, he's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Okay, one little boy. Two little boys, I guess that's... Oh, they're adorable. Come on, buddy. That's a good little boy.
Hi. It's hot. Are you hot? Maybe. Like conforms.
Every place that they don't like being held.